Hey guys, this is my Flamvell cat deck. I'm gonna show you how I personally choose to run it, and I'm gonna show you every card, even the synchro deck, and I'm just gonna tell you, like what each card does and what, like my uses for the card and all that stuff. Now, I do know that in September, there are gonna be a few cards in this deck that are gonna be banned. So if you're gonna be smart about it, then I recommend you don't watch this video because I think it's annoying how people state the obvious when most of us here already know it. So, alright, let's get started with the main deck first. I'm going monsters, spells, and traps. So first of all, I got two Flamevell Fire Dogs, basically my main engine of this deck, to search for these things, two Flamevell Magicians. Basically, so Fire Dog destroys a monster, and it has 1900 attack points, which is great. Destroys Stratos, all kinds of 1800s, and it brings out Flammable Magician, which is a level 4 tuner. Now, Magician's effect sucks. I never use it because I don't run Ally of Justices, and so I can. That's an easy level 8 monster right there to synchro summon. Pretty awesome. My next card, Rescue Cat. This card's gonna be banned soon, which makes me really, really sad. I mean, they're making large trap hole just to counter it. I don't see why they have to ban Rescue Cat. But what can you do? So Rescue Cat, basically you send it to the field, and you send it to the graveyard. Like after you send it to the field, like which includes special summons and whatever, to bring out. I usually bring out X-Saber Arabellums. I run 3. This one's the limited edition one. But yeah, they're level 3 tuners, 1600 attack points. Great effect. It gets you hand advantage pretty easily. My next card, Super Nimble Mega Hamster. Um, Basically another searcher for my deck. It searches out either one of my two Raikos, which basically flip effects destroys anything on the field, and I mill 3 cards, but that's I'll show you that later. Or it searches out Death's Koala, which basically when you flip it, it inflicts damage to your opponent's life points equal to the number of cards they hold. It can be a pretty nice burner, and it has great defense, 1800. And another thing, if I want to do a fast Bionic summon, I can easily send Rescue Cat to the graveyard to bring out one of my X-Sabers, which is a level 3 tuner, and this thing, which is also a level 3 tuner, to bring out level 6 Bionic. In my opinion, it works great, and it's helped me many times. Alright, my next card is Summoner Monk. Basically, you send one spell card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon a level 4 monster, basically to bring out Rescue Cat, of course. And so that's his thing. And I run 2 Cyber Dragons because Cyber Dragon is easily summoned. Uh, I think they're gonna make it up to 3, so yeah. And okay, this one's from the tin. This one is from the booster pack. I'm not sure which one because I got it a long time ago. But yeah, with 2100 attack points, special summon, it can save your butt easily. Great card. Next card, Sagan, which is stable. Basically, when it's destroyed or sent to the graveyard or whatever, you can send a monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty legit. Breaker, stable, destroys spell cards or trap cards. Grand Mole, this is usually what I get what I have Sagan for, because Grand Mole takes care of almost any monster. Alright, it can even take care of Ally of Justice Catastor, which in my opinion is amazing. I love Grand Mole. Next, Blackwing, Gale the Whirlwind. It's just another tuner, and it has a pretty good effect. Basically, it can half your opponent's monster's attack points. It's pretty good actually. Spirit Reaper, just for defense, in case. And Gores, because a lot of times, especially in this metagame, I find myself not having any cards on the field, and Gores with his ability really saves me. Gores is a nice wall, and I can see why he's a staple. Last monster, Raza the Storm Monarch. He's basically the only monster I have to sacrifice to summon. Great effect. It makes my opponent, draw a card that was already on the field. And with Raza, I can get direct attack to my opponent. It's pretty legit. It's a good card. Highly recommend it. This is a Gold Series Raza. Alright, spell time. With Raikou, I run 2 Potted Ivrises, basically to draw cards and to add monsters from my deck to my hand. And so you know, I can like reuse Rescue Cat and you know, Raikou, Giant, Mega Hamster, and drawing 2 cards is pretty legit. One's super and one's common, by the way. 2 Book of Moons just for defense, and and you know, I mean, I can reuse my flip effect monsters if I want to. It's pretty legit. One, my body as a shield. It's This card, in my opinion, is really needed for this deck. It saves me from Torrential Tribute, uh, Bottomless Trap Hole, with only the cost of 1,500 life points. This card, in my opinion, is a game winner. Next card, Rekindling, to bring back my Flamvell Magicians or Fire Dogs, whatever, for 1 turn. And you know, if I bring back my Magicians, that's an easy synchro summon right there. Pretty legit card. It's, in my opinion, this card is really overpowered. Brain Control staple, but they're gonna ban this September, which is really sad. Oh well, what can you do, right? Mind Control, in my opinion, better than Brain Control. Like, you don't pay life points, but the card can't attack either. The monster can't attack either, but you can still use it for synchro summons, which is what I use Brain Control for. So, great card in my opinion. Mystical Space Typhoon. They're making this 2, which is actually kind of good, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty much a staple. This one's ultra rare, pretty legit. Heavy Storm, really good card, especially when you go second. You know, when your opponent sets all these cards down, you just Heavy Storm it away, and you start setting your own. Great card, but they're banning it, which really sucks. So screw you, Konami. Next card, Cold Wave. I thought this card would be banned, but I guess it's not. Limited to 1. Basically, your opponent can't set or play spell cards until your next turn, or spell or trap cards until your next turn. This card is like this card and Heavy Storm, but they're banning this, which is gay. But yeah, this card is good for like finishers, you know, great. Alright, now for the traps. I run a 2-dimensional prison. They're like sack armor, except they remove from play, block Stardust, great card. 1 bottomless trap hole. I would run 2, but I don't have enough room. Basically, you know, if you don't like what your opponent summons, you bottomless it, it's gone. 1 CED, basically, you can, like, if your opponent wants to like destroy one of your monsters, you can change that to bring your monster back to your hand, or if you want to do a direct attack, you can use that on your opponent's monster and bring that card back to his hand. It's a great card. I mean, I don't see much people running this card, but in my opinion, it's a really good card. I might even run 2 if I get more room. So, great card. Call the Haunted. Staple basically brings back a monster. Torrential Tribute. You know, like if your opponent summons like is swarming you and you don't like it, Torrential Tribute solves all your problems. Great card. Staple too. Alright, next card, Mirror Force. This one's ultra rare. Metal Raiders original. It's first edition too. Pretty legit. This is my favorite card. Yeah, basically, you know, your opponent attacks, Mirror Force it, destroys all their monsters. Great card. Last card. This is my Metal Raiders ultra rare Solemn Judgment. Basically, it can get rid of any card. Like, yeah, it can negate pretty much anything. Great card. Alright, now for the synchros. I'll start by level. So, level 6. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy. He's a Flamvell monster. Basically, he's a piercer. Here's my other level 6, Bryonic. Basically, I discard cards to bring cards from my opponent's side of the field to his hand for direct attacks and whatnot. Great card. Level 7, Ancient Fairy Dragon. 2 level 7 X-Saber Urbelliums. 1 Black Rose. The only time I use Black Rose is if, you know, I want to use it as a bomb. Mistworm, or actually, okay, Thought Ruler's first. Thought Ruler Archfiend. This is my only level 8, sadly, because I don't have Stardust, which is really sad, but, you know, what can you do? Great card. You should look it up, and you should get one. This is an ultimate rare. Last one, Mistworm. Basically sends 3 cards from my opponent's hand, or no, from my opponent's side of the field to his hand, and this card is freaking amazing. Love Mistworm. So yeah, that's how I choose to run Flamvell deck, or Flamvell Cat deck. I'm not looking for suggestions or anything. Like, yeah, I don't run spies and all that because I rather run Cyber Dragons. So yeah, comment, subscribe, rate this video. So yeah, woo, peace.